Alright, that wasn't bad. I got Kamek, but I still held on to 17th, and my mate got first. That's a good race. Yeah, this game's gonna be weird. In case you've been living in the fucking mantle, the Switch 2 and its marquee launch title Mario Kart World are set to drop just 2 months from tomorrow. This is long-awaited news for my home in the competitive Mario Kart community, and as most of the rest of the player base, I've been fiending for all the information I can get my hands on for the last 48 hours. I'd like to take the time today to share the most important things we've learned so far about gameplay mechanics, specifically ones relevant to us as competitive players. What I won't be doing in this video is trying to analyze driving of any sort, as of right now, only one notable community member has played the game. What I am going to cover is game mechanics that I and the rest of the community have noticed from the available footage so far, from the Nintendo Treehouse as well as the creator events that have already happened. A number of more high-level players were lucky enough to win entry to the Switch 2 Experience events in the coming weeks, so we're only going to start to learn even more in the days leading up to the Mario Kart Direct on the 17th. But us Nintendo fans are nothing if not overthinkers, so let's dive into what competitive Mario Kart World might look like. Be sure to subscribe as we give 8 Deluxe its grand send-off and gear up for the first major Mario Kart entry in 11 years. First things first, what's changed from the existing workings of 8 Deluxe? Here's the biggest one. As is verbally confirmed in the Treehouse segment, every item is auto-trailed. If people got called bad for insta-trailing in 8D, damn, this game might be toxic. There is one positive out of this change, and that's that gone are those moments when you just pulled defense but still got righted because you didn't get it out in time. But other than that, I'm not sure if I like this. There does exist an auto-use item setting that I sincerely hope means this feature is toggleable, because look at this clip from the Mr. Who's the Boss overview.
Well, it doesn't. The Switch 2's display
Wario doesn't have an item here. He gets Toad's entire star, not just like the half shroom boost from the last game, and hits him with it. No. The way hitting someone with a trail has also changed though, and credit to Season for spotting this. A lag trail in 8 Deluxe happened when player A with the item hit player B on player A's screen. This led to some absolutely disgusting interactions, but that seems to have changed in World. In this clip, player B hits the green on his own screen and actually gets hit in game, but player A keeps the green. This is absolutely terrifying for a number of reasons, but I'm gonna hold out hope that this turns out better than 8D's trail system because, you know. An amazing change worth noting is, and thank God for this, you no longer get hit by your own bomb if it's hit while you're trailing with it. This used to only be true on 8D and 200 and rare niche cases on 150, but the Treehouse player can be seen here driving with no boost at 100cc and not getting bombed. This is such a nice quality of life feature, but could also potentially make bombs insanely good with the new lag trail mechanics. Another, arguably even more important topic is the shock, which apparently only shocks a certain number of people? I don't think anyone quite understands how this works yet, so we'll have to wait and see, but this is very concerning at first glance. Even disregarding this, the shock seems to have been massively nerfed. The initial hit is much worse than just the spin out from the previous games, but they're in first in this clip and grow in 2 seconds. At the moment, this meta looks like it's going to be heavily running oriented, but we can't say for sure until the game is out and advanced driving tech is discovered. For a more positive change, not only are box respawns just as fast as in 8 Deluxe, coins respawn immediately as well. Coin bagging was awful in 8D, so alongside the coin cap increase to 20, this was a much needed change. The respawn boost is also back, it is about damn time, but you now once again lose your items for falling off. Not sure how to feel about this one until we know the extent of what getting comboed is like in this game. Another thing I'm kinda neutral on for the time being is that sometimes big obstacles like bills and traffic just don't hit you. There's countless instances of people just kinda being pushed to the side, but also them actually getting hit just as frequently. I can only imagine there must be some sort of threshold for how hard you had to actually hit the obstacle to get spun out, but for now I have no idea why this is a feature, let alone whether or not I like it yet. Back on the topic of bullshit 8D items though, I am horrified to report that Boomerang got buffed. It has 4 throws now. But based on the fact that it and fire are generally less damaging hits, along with fire being nerfed into the ground, I can live with this. On the opposite end, however, is the blue shell, which seems to absolutely destroy you upon connection. But hey, in the past games, we've been able to mitigate that by getting hit in midair, so this is... Oh. One more glaring negative before I move on to happier thoughts. Look at the point spread. I've seen a number of people discussing whether Wait, we cannot call it that. Whether Wars in MK World will stick to 6v6 or not, mostly due to the logistics of a 12v12, like how hard gathering will be and how loud calls will be, but this might be an even more compelling argument to stick to 6v6. We'll have to wait and see what the item system is like not in a 24-player room, and chances are we'll just suck it up and get used to it. But I won't be surprised if 6v6 doesn't go anywhere on MK Central, at the very least as a common secondary format to 12v12. By the way, sign up there now at mkc.gg if you haven't already, the future home of all things competitive Mario Kart World, because big improvements are coming to the site right around the game's launch. I hate to keep doom posting about this though, there's already enough to make me sad, so let's talk about some of the new mechanics we've spotted. I said I wasn't going to talk about any kind of driving because of the lack of high-level play this far, but the one notable name to have played this game so far, Sliver, can be regularly seen in his videos charging MTs by driving straight. I have no idea what this is, nobody else I'm aware of has done or elaborated on this, he even gets MT tricks off of like nothing sometimes, what is this? Back on topic though, many have spotted an intermission option in the versus race settings. Surely this can only mean the whole driving to the next track feature is toggleable, and as cool as the concept is and how excited I am to try knockout mode, I really hope this is the case because it's a little too big of a departure from the series we know, and would throw a giant wrench into the whole idea of time trials as a mode. A mode, by the way, that has still not yet been confirmed to be in the game. I know how ridiculous it sounds to even suggest a Mario Kart without time trials, but with the way they've absolutely destroyed everything we know about the Mario Kart formula, like there's retros in the Flower Cup, bro, I am still at least a little skeptical with them not being announced. As far as items, first of all, god the hammer looks broken, Jesus Christ. The orb summons Kamek, seemingly turning players ahead of you into new characters for a few seconds. I have no idea what the competitive implication of this is, we'll have to sit on that. I've also yet to see anyone actually get good footage of what the Ice Flower can truly do. Still nobody has elaborated on Birdo driving into this truck in the first trailer either. Still don't know how that works. What we do know everything about is the coin shell, which rides the middle of the track like a bill and drops a fuck ton of coins, my god. If coins are anywhere near as impactful in World as they are in 8 Deluxe, this item is gonna be broken. As will the final new item, the coin block, which might actually be terrible in FFA because of how many coins everyone behind you gets, but amazing in team play as you can totally coordinate where you're dropping these for your mates to pick up. There's so much we already know and can theorycraft with, and the dedicated Mario Kart Direct hasn't even happened yet. These final 2 months are going to be really long, but I am ready for the ride, and I will see you guys again in 2 weeks with whatever the Direct brings us. Thanks for watching, and where's my Bonefish gang at, baby?